Hi, this is Mr. Rob, and today I'm playing a little bit of Factorio. I just thought I'd like to show you around the current base I'm working on at the moment. So I've got a base going that I've been working on for, as you can see, for about 80 hours. And this is in Alpha 16, 0.16 rather. And I have got a few mods going as well, which we'll come to in a little bit. But for now, let's get stuck in so I can show you around. So here we are in my base, and if I just zoom out a little bit and go into map mode, we can see it in all its glory. So that's what 80 hours of work looks like. And from this view, let's have a look around and see where stuff happens. So the starting area was around this area here, and we had a copper field down here and an iron ore field about here, which have long since been used up. We've got 8 banks of iron ore smelting going on, and we've got some warehouses up here, which is one of the mods that I like to use. I'll show you those in a bit more detail when we come out of the map view. Just past plastic production, we have the copper ore smelting, of which we have 12 banks. The first 4 over here are serving the majority of the base, and then the next 8, which have all been beaconed up to operate faster, are all serving the green circuits, which, if you play this game, you know that green circuits take up a hell of a lot of resources and an awful lot of copper, which is why we've got 8 banks serving just this little bit of the factory. A bit further along, we've got just a whole section there for engines, and we've got a bit of ammunition being produced there, rocket fuel. We've got red circuits here. The red circuit production is a little bit slow, and I've had started looking at putting the beacons in here. It does need to be sped up a little bit. Just zooming out again so you can see it in relation to the base. And then back in, we've got blue circuit production here, which you can see is beginning to struggle a little bit on the green circuits. And above it we've got the modules, and here we have some of the spaceship components, which are directly feeding into the one silo that we have, one rocket silo that we have. So all of this base is all around running this one rocket silo. And I don't even have any beacons on it. I've got some speed modules on it, but no beacons. And as you can see, I am struggling with the rocket fuel. I have had a trouble with petroleum. Here's the rocket fuel. As you can see, there's not a lot of this stuff coming in. Couldn't think what it was. Solid fuel. Couldn't think what it was for a moment. So there's not a lot of solid fuel coming in because I have had problems with petroleum production, and the reason is there isn't very much oil on this map. So we had one in the starting area, which you can see the yield is dropped quite significantly now, and we have 2 other. There's one here, again very tiny little production there, and one up in the corner up here, again a very small production. So yes, I do need to get around. As you can see, I have explored quite far and still haven't found any more oil, so I do need to get around a little bit more to try and find some more oil. Other things we've got I've got a separate section here of oil processing to cope with things like explosives, sulfuric acid, and that's one of my solid fuel production. The other one is down here. We've got power. I've still kept the original coal power here, just never bothered getting rid of it. It's redundant now. It doesn't produce nearly enough power to do anything, but I kind of like the look of it, so I kept it. And same with the solar power, although I suppose I could get rid of that and free up a little bit of space inside the walls. But this is my main nuclear plant here, which is serving all of my power needs at the moment. And next door to that is a separate steel factory. I did have steel as just coming off the main bus. Where was it? It was around this area here, but it was not enough to cope with the rocket production, so I built my own steel factory just above it, which is being served by a couple of iron ore trains and an iron ore field just above it. So as we're here, I'm just going to show you, on such a big base, getting around it can't be done just by walking around, so I've got my own little personal train. Nice and simple. I do have train stops at most of the places around, and all I do is select one of the trains. Nope. Select one of the train stops. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's select another one. And it will then just take me automatically to an area which allows me to get around the base nice and quickly. So if there are any areas where they get overrun by biters, then I can get to it nice and quick and sort things out if it needs be. And it's very simple just to change it. And there we go, nice and quick change, and it's off in the other direction to get to another part of the base nice and quickly. So of course it is powered by nuclear fuel, so that we can do that nice and quick. Don't know why I kept that map view on for so long. But you can see a little more detailed tour of the base as we're going around. And this is a separate green circuit production here, because, well, just to supplement the green circuit production in the main base. It does have both copper and iron ore, but as you can see, the iron ore is much smaller, which is why I've got an extra iron ore train coming in just to supplement in this base. Okay, so I just want to show you something else as well with trains. So we'll just head back to the base. There we go. And yes, it's been having this facility to be able to use the train to get around has made things so much easier once you get your train network up and running, which is what I'm going to show you how I've been doing. On this map, I've tried something new with setting up the rail network, and I have a constructor train. So we've got two engines either side with cargo in between and an artillery in the middle. We've got some requester chests requesting certain materials, which I can then load manually into the train, so that when I get to wherever I need to build something, I've got extra supplies other than my own inventory. The train this time is powered usually manually, although that was on an automatic setting. And I'm just going to quickly show you how I create new tracks to new areas. Oops! Why on earth didn't that train stop? Ah, dear. Okay. Okay, shall we try that again? And this time I'll keep a little bit of a better eye out in case there's a train coming. Look both ways before we come out of our junction. I should know that, I'm a driving instructor by trade. Right, there we go, we missed the train this time. Okay. Okay. So as I said, it does take a little bit longer because it's powered by coal. So we're just going to go across this junction, and then I'll show you how we do this. This will also show you, hopefully we get a chance to show you one of the mods that I've got going as well. Okay, a little bit of repair needed there. Okay, so what I have is a couple of already pre-laid out templates for the railroad. As you can see, it's got signals at either end and power cables, and all I have to do is overlay it with the signal, shift and left click, and it starts putting the next section down. Now as you're doing this and the artillery is going, it does wake the biters up and they do attack, and I've got a mod going to help me deal with that. I'm just hoping that some of them are going to come down and attack. I don't see any at the moment, so let's just keep building track and keep moving forwards until that happens. Shouldn't take too long because we are heading directly towards a biter base. There we go. Oh, maybe a bit further along. Oh, shifting. Look, there we go. Okay, so I should get attacked any moment. There we go. So I can auto place turrets and they automatically fill with ammo. Sorry, they auto fill turrets, which is very useful in this particular railroad construction routine. I'll just pick those back up again. And then let's get the hell out of here. Construct a train stop, and then automatic. That's going to tell me there's no path, isn't there? Yep, so let's create a path. Oh. Okie doke. So you do need to manually join up oops. Right, let's leave those there for the time being while I'm doing this. So yes, you do need to manually join up the tracks. If I can do it behind that bit. There we go. And then it should stop complaining that there's no path. Ah, I know what's wrong. We did pass an area, didn't we, where some of the train tracks had disappeared. So, if we just head back, and we should automatically fill in those train tracks. There you can actually see on the map that the train tracks have been destroyed by the biter attacks. And that's a good thing about having those robots. They just go in and fill everything as you go, and then if I put that on automatic, yep, there we go, it should start heading back towards the base. And then when we get back there, we'll just have another quick look at some of the other mods that I've got going on the map, and then we'll wrap it up. They're just quality of life mods, really, things that I like to have going. I would like to see the warehouses included on the main game, but that doesn't matter, I suppose. The mods are so easy to download and install. So let's get back and show you the mods that I've got. So, just seen the auto place turret. You can, the good thing about this is you can actually set how much ammo gets put into a turret, so it's not going to fill with 200 every time. You can set it in percentage, so I've got it set at 20% full. And also, if you've been noticing, I have got long reach mod happening as well, which means that I can move stuff and change stuff from a distance, which makes it so much easier. Again, when you're running such a big base, it can be a bit tedious having to run right up to stuff, and having a long reach does help. You notice I've got some tool belt down here that's larger. It's got 3 tiers. You can actually research more than that, and that's part of the autofill. So when I downloaded the autofill mod, I had to download that as well, but it also does change the way that your inventory looks as well. It just puts things in a different categories, which takes a little bit of getting used to. The other mods that I've got running are the warehouses, and with that we've got the loaders as well, which I do like a lot. Let's just show you how they work. And if I can go down to my iron ore processing, or just go down here actually. Well, pretty much self-explanatory really. Instead of having these the scutters putting it into the warehouse, the belt just goes straight into a loader, straight into the warehouse. I don't know if we can see it filling up. Yeah, there we can see the warehouse filling up, and you can see it has a huge capacity, and I do like that as well, because it when you start building these parts of the base, if you put the warehouse in straight away, it will start just building up a surplus straight away. So that means when you build another part of the base, it's immediately being fed by the new resource, and it doesn't run out straight away. What else have we got? Let's have a look at the other mods. Oh yes, water well. I do like that mod as well, because not every time do you come across patches of water. You always get one in the starting area, which is there, but there is no actual other water areas anywhere near the base. So what I've done is downloaded a mod which gives me water wells. Let's find one of them to show you. It should be over by here. Yeah, it's just very simple. Just place it anywhere and you get water. What else have we got? So that's pretty much it, except for the main one, which is the alien biomes. As we've been going around, you notice that the terrain is different colour. It was just again a new thing for this particular map. Instead of the sort of normal sandy green areas, I just wanted it to look a bit more like an alien planet. One thing I did notice about the alien biomes mod is there's an awful lot more stone boulders strewn across the landscape, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing that there's a lot of stone and coal available early on in the game, but it's a bad thing because it takes an awful lot of effort to clear. Anyway, that's a tour of my base. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I will be doing some more Factorio videos as things go by, especially when 0.17 gets released. I intend to do a let's play sort of tutorial series on Factorio. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.